Ready, go. Okay, part of this is guilt because I haven't put up a video in about 10 days. Part of this is because I've yet to do one of these. So here we go. This is a 10-minute stream of consciousness video. The clock has already started. Here in my room. Oh geez, I feel like you should prepare for these, but also you shouldn't. I'm wearing this lovely cardigan I got for Christmas last year. A little tie-dye Boy Scout shirt. Paul. Oh, Paul, it'll be your birthday today. Happy birthday, Paul. I really hope you get your Eagle Scout. That's going to happen soon. Geez, this could turn out really... We'll see how this goes. It's cold here, and I know it's cold here because the heater just kicked on. It does that from time to time, and so I feel like it's going to compromise the quality of this video, but we'll roll on nonetheless. What's new in the world? It's now December. Remember, everybody always seems to be like, oh my god, it's May. Well, now it's December. So somehow we ended up here. And, you know, that's really a time. But that means the year is almost over now that it's December, which means we all get a fresh shot at a new year. I just finished up the Christmas poem, which actually I guess you'll get the first look here. So feel free to screen grab that and decipher my handwriting if you really want an early sneak peek. But I should get that from the printer in a couple of days, so get hype. If you want a Christmas poem, send me your address, message me in any of my socials. It's a great time to plug all my social accounts. I feel like I should talk slower. And that way I don't have to fill all the time. But we could talk social media. Vine's dead. Everybody's still kind of figuring that out. One social media I'm on that you may not be aware of is this app called Strava. It's a fitness app. It's primarily for runners and cyclists. It's also for swimmers if you happen to have a smart device, a wearable that can track your swimming. If not, you can manually enter it. But I use that to track how far I bike, and it's more for athletes, but I use it mainly to keep track of how far I've commuted, because I really like big data. Yeah, I don't know how many miles. Well, the miles aren't going to come up here accurately because I started tracking only in August, but I'm at like 12 or 1,300 miles on my commuter bike, and on my other bike, 50 miles on my beater bike, my single speed, my unnamed bicycle. Oh no, I just closed out of the timer. Is that going to ruin my time? Oh, nope, still counting, of course. I really like Twitter a lot. It just feels like I'm shouting into the void, which is like the best way social media is sometimes. I really like Facebook because you can get into a deep discussion, but sometimes with Twitter you just need to shout some nonsense out into the world. I also really love it for news gathering, and I know the whole real news, fake news is dramatic, but it's actually pretty easy to track down news on Twitter. And recently people have been sharing or asking for people of differing viewpoints to follow, and I've started following a handful, half a dozen, maybe more people of differing viewpoints, just to expand the bubble a little bit, and I feel like that's been pretty good. I've super been neglecting Instagram lately. Instagram, in my mind, is the least useful social media. Which I guess in a sense makes it like the most pure because it's literally just looking at pretty pictures. There's a lot of artifice, but I don't gain anything other than looking at pretty pictures. I mean, sometimes if there's a corporation or like a small independent craftsman or something, or I follow a lot of bike things, so I get to see updates on what they're up to, different craftsmen. I follow a bunch of knitters. But really, I don't find myself drawn to Instagram, and that means I don't post on there as often. Even though I really like putting together a well-composed picture with a witty description. I really like getting likes too. It's nice. So follow me on all those socials. Get hype. The battery on this camera is about to die, which is a super bummer because that means this video would be interrupted and I would either have to start over or quickly swap out the battery. But maybe it'll hang on for another 4 minutes. Low-key stressed about that. I see it blinking in the mirror there. Well. I guess to talk about the Christmas poem some more, I had a fun adventure yesterday. I picked up some ink to do the colored parts of this. Had fun writing that out. I did a version which I snapped out with the year 2015 on it. So to those of you that called me out on that, thank you. You saved me from a very embarrassing mistake. Yeah, that's the beauty of doing handcrafted things. It's I'm really nervous about this poem actually. With any creative endeavor, you put a lot of time and effort and heart and soul into it, and I really think this is a pretty good one. I think it captures the year pretty well. Sort of. I don't know. I had a couple of big themes that I wanted to convey, and I had to end up sort of narrowing it down just based on the poem I wanted to write, and I am happy with it. And technically, I put a lot of effort to make this a well-constructed poem, which, if you're a poet and know how to write poems, like, I could use some pointers. This is my 10th year doing this, which is really, really difficult to believe. I guess I'll link last year's poem. I recorded a video of just me reading it. But, like, how do you even put a poem together? This year's a sonnet, and I found a rhyme scheme for a traditional Petrarchan or Italian sonnet, and then I messed it up a little bit so that it would be something that would be easier in some ways and more difficult in others, just to give myself something of a challenge. And it was a challenge, but I got it, and it's written, and now I'm just nervous to get the physical copies and mail them out to everyone. And again, give me your address if I don't have it already, or even if I do have it, send it to me anyway, just so I know it's you, so I can get you that. I gotta pick out stamps. I gotta decide. Last year I did these birds. They're the standard postcard stamp, but I feel like I want a holiday stamp, but they only make those in regular stamps, and that's an extra like 20 cents per card. Could be fun though. Could be fun. We'll see. I don't know. I would really I feel like that would really bring the whole package together, but it's not like super vital. It's just one of those things that would be really nice and add that extra layer of polish. If you are watching this video and have watched this deep, thank you. You're really cool, and I appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed by now, please do. I put out videos at least once a week, sometimes less than once a week, but I've got a lot of things in the air right now. The poem was this huge push, and I ended up sacrificing this week's video, which I'm now making up for, because I had to get that poem out. But that's a little more important to me personally. But this YouTube thing is also very important and has become more important because I've been doing this for over a year now, and that's really cool. So to all of the 51 subscribers, I really appreciate you. And to all the people who don't subscribe but watch anyway, I guess I appreciate you even more and hope that you'll click that subscribe button. This sounds way too preachy, way too selly. It's like I'm selling myself, which I am. Hashtag branding, hashtag Spark at Park. It was a silly college seminar course we had to take all about our personal brand. It was really useful for a lot of people and not that useful for other people. But this is me maintaining my personal brand. Sips nonchalantly out of 80s unicorn mug. Yeah, I'm wearing my glasses now because my eyes are tired after a long day at work. And we're done. We did it. Thank you. It's 10 minutes. We'll wrap this up to keep this video as short as possible. Thank you again. I appreciate you all.